Welcome back to Jomo Resource Center. Here at Jomo Resource Center, we provide affordable and convenient training. And today we are about to go into one of our workshops, the Business Growth Workshop. For those of you that would have participated in our Business Startup Workshop, you will realize that we did mention that we do have a workshop on the business growth. And if you are watching this, if you are participating in this workshop right now, you should try and check out our Business Startup Workshop. It will give you a foundation to many of the things that we are going to be discussing right here. And then it also teaches you how you can start your own business, And but for now, we are going to look at business growth. Once you have already started your business, let's say you're now 2-3 years into your business, how do you begin the scaling? Because you will remember that while we were talking about the characteristics of a proper business during the startup workshop, we did mention scalability as one of the characteristics that a business must be scalable. And don't forget, we also mentioned that a business centers on what people want and what people need. You understand? So now, but in this workshop, we are going to be discussing everything that has to do with growing your business. This workshop is going to be of 6 sessions. In session 1, we are going to discuss the role of vision and strategy, how you can develop a vision and build a strategy for the growth of your business. Then in session 2, we are going to look at financial readiness and scalability. That just as we talk about scalability for startup, we also talk about scalability for growth. That your business, how to be at a point where it can move to the next phase, right? So there are some indices, some things you need to put in place and you need to see in order to pilot it to the next phase. Then in session 3, we are going to be looking at building a high-performing team, right? So we're going to be looking at building a high-performing team, because the growth of your business is going to be sitting on the team that you have. Then we are going to look at market expansion and customer acquisition. That will be in session 4. Then in session 5, we are going to look at operational excellence and systems for scaling, how to put up systems in place to facilitate your scaling. Then in session 6, we are going to look at innovation and sustainability. We are going to be talking about how to build a lasting business, some of the things you need to put in place in order to build a lasting business. All right, so we'll get right into the first session as soon as we return from this quick commercial break.
Hi there. Thank you for choosing to participate in our workshop. We're thrilled to have you on this learning journey with us. If you just came across this video online or on our channel, you can access all the workshop videos on our website at jomorc.com or on our YouTube channel at Jomo Mentorship. Looking to take your skills to the next level? Explore our wide range of in-depth courses at elearn.jomorc.com. Here's a glimpse of what we offer. Number 1, business planning and implementation. Number 2, business documentation and accounting. Number 3, business registration and legalization. Number 4, agribusiness establishment and management. Number 5, decoration and event planning enterprise. Number 6, fashion design enterprise. Number 7, food processing and packaging. Number 8, green energy enterprise. Number 9, oil and gas enterprise. Number 10, real estate and construction enterprise. Number 11, technology and security enterprise. And number 12, fintech and e-commerce enterprise. Whether you prefer learning remotely or at your own pace, we've got you covered with our flexible and engaging training experiences. Visit elearn.jomorc.com today and start building the future you deserve.
All right, welcome back from the commercial break. Before we went on the break, I was giving you a rundown of what we are going to be discussing in this workshop. Now, we are going to begin with the first session right away. And in the first session, we are going to discuss vision and strategy as the foundation for business growth. That before, like I mentioned during the business startup workshop, that there is a way you can start your business. There is a manner, the structure you can put in place while you are starting your business, and that the same structure can hinder the growth of the business. You can start your business in such a way that it becomes extremely difficult for you to scale it, right? And we did dissect and discuss all of that during that workshop. Now, vision, having the right vision and having the right strategy Because again, as I did mention, when you are starting your business small, you need to have a clear view of how to grow it, of how it will grow, what you need to grow it over time, in both resources, equipment, and even in human resources. What are the kinds of people you will need at different phases? I did mention that, as a matter of fact, that when you are starting up, you need to be able to have a clear view of the various stages that your business needs to go through. This will not be possible without a clear vision and strategy plan for growth. From day one, when you are starting your business, you need to have this in place. But let's assume you have been running your business for a period of 5 years now, and you are sitting down and looking at and say, okay, I think this is it is now time for us to move to the next level. Now it now becomes very, very critical for you to now sit down and develop a strategy and uplift from what you had before. If you had nothing before, don't worry. You now need to sit down and come up with a clear vision, a clear view of why you want to transition, because without a clear vision and a strategic plan, it is quite difficult to transition from a startup mode to a sustainable business. And that is very, very critical, because as a business person, you want to be able to scale. You want to be able to move from one stage, from one level to another level. Not to mention the fact that every stage of the business comes with its own challenges, which is why strategizing becomes very, very critical and very, very necessary. Now, why do you need a vision to be able to pilot the scaling of your business? Number one is to motivate your team and stakeholders. You see, if you are operating a proper business, you are not the only individual doing so. As a matter of fact, the success of the business relies almost 60% in the hands of other people. What other people in that organization does, the stakeholders, the employees, your customers, the community, the government agency, all the people that have a stake, that have a say in how your business operates, has some level of influence on your capacity to grow the business or not. Having a vision to grow your business, a clear vision to grow your business, motivates these people, motivates your team, especially your workers, those who are working for you directly and contributing to the growth of a business or otherwise of the business directly. Having a clear vision as to the reason why the business need to grow will serve as a source of motivation to them. They know that this business we are working for, this organization I'm working for, is going to grow, is moving, it's not static, it's going to get better, right? The next is guys' decision making. Now, once your people knows, you and your people are clear about where you are going, what you are going to achieve, that vision, that clarity guides every decision that you make, right? Then it can also help you to attract investors and partners. Take the Dangote Group, for example. They started just as a small trading firm, but had a vision of becoming Africa's largest industrial conglomerate. Today, they have been able to actualize that vision, and they are even still growing big and reinvesting, because there is a vision. So it is important. Once you have this vision, it becomes easy for you to attract investors and attract partners. It even dictates for you the kinds of partners, because you know where you want to go, where you want to be. So it's not every partner, it's not every investor that you need on board. You need investors that will support where you want to go. And this is very, very important. Now, let us look at some of the characteristics of a strong vision. What are some of the characteristics of a strong vision? This we will do as soon as we return from this short commercial break.
Hi there. Thank you for choosing to participate in our workshop. We're thrilled to have you on this learning journey with us. If you just came across this video online or on our channel, you can access all the workshop videos on our website at jomorc.com or on our YouTube channel at Jomo Mentorship. Looking to take your skills to the next level? Explore a wide range of in-depth courses at elearn.jomorc.com. Here's a glimpse of what we offer. Number 1, digital marketing fundamentals. Number 2, website optimization and marketing. Number 3, search engine marketing. Number 4, social media marketing. Number 5, content marketing. Number 6, email marketing. Number 7, digital analytics and reporting. Number 8, mobile marketing. Number 9, online reputation management. Number 10, artificial intelligence in digital marketing. Number 11, content creation and copywriting. And finally, number 12, affiliate and CPA marketing. Whether you prefer learning remotely or at your own pace, we've got you covered with flexible and engaging learning experience. Visit elearn.jomorc.com today and start building the future you deserve.
All right, welcome back from that short commercial break. Now let's look at some of the characteristics of a strong vision. Number 1 is core purpose. What does the business exist for beyond making money? The core purpose. What is the core purpose of the business? We did mention that every business exists to make money, to make profit. But you see, that cannot be your core purpose for being in business. Why? Because wanting to make profit does not make you make profit. What makes you make profit is doing what is your core purpose. What is the core purpose of the business? Providing service, providing unmatchable product, providing solutions to problems. These are the things that make you make money. So even as much as you want to make money, making money cannot be your core purpose. So you need to be able to come up with that your vision must state clearly what your core purpose truly is, right? The next is long-term aspiration. What does the business aim to achieve in 5, 7, 10, 15, 20 years time? What does the business want to achieve? Your vision must also state it. In your vision statement must have a very, very critical part of it that speaks to what you want to become in the next 5 years, what you want to become in the next 10 years, what you want to become in the next 15 years. So your vision statement must state that clearly. Maybe to become Africa's leading provider of affordable renewable energy solutions, assuming you are building a company within the energy sector. You understand? So you have to be able to state your long-term aspiration, what you want to achieve on the long term. The next is core value. Your core values are the guiding principles and ethics of your business. Again, if you remember, when I was in the startup workshop where I was mentioning about the characteristics of a core business, I spoke about the fact that a proper business must be ethical. In the same way, your business must have some core values, the guiding principles and ethics that guides the conduct of you, your transactions, your business, how you relate with customers, how you relate with suppliers. All of these things are things you need to put into your core values. So your vision must also state your core value, such as innovation, integrity, customer focus, sustainability, whatever it is that you want to make, you want to put as your guiding principle. The next is target audience. Now, your target audience, your vision must also state your target audience, the people that your business exists to serve. Who is your business for? You cannot build a business that is serving everybody. It is not possible. Your business cannot serve everybody. Your business will have a market segmentation. It will have a section of the market, a section of the community that it is serving. You must identify those people and your vision must state it clearly, especially when you want to scale. Then number 5 is differentiation and unique selling proposition. You have been doing this business for 3 years now, for 4 years now, or for 5 years now. You must be able to now sit down and come up with your differentiation. What is the thing that will differentiate your business from others? And then what is your unique value your unique selling proposition, right? Now that is also very, very important. Then number 6 is what? Inspiration and motivation, right? The vision must be aspirational and must be able to motivate employees, investors, customers, and even yourself. That the vision has to provide some level of motivation, and some level of inspiration. And this is also very, very critical. Now, we'll take this short break, and when we come back, we'll talk about developing a strategic plan for growth. How to plan your growth is what we're going to discuss when we return from this quick commercial break.
Hi there. Thank you for choosing to participate in our workshop. We're thrilled to have you on this learning journey with us. If you just came across this video online or on our channel, you can access all the workshop videos on our website at jomorc.com or on our YouTube channel at Jomo Mentorship. Looking to take your skills to the next level? Explore our wide range of in-depth courses at elearn.jomorc.com. Here's a glimpse of what we offer. Number 1, customer service essentials. Number 2, team building and management. Number 3, corporate profiling and job application. Number 4, personal and servant leadership. Number 5, human resource management. Number 6, communication and public speaking. Number 7, project management. Number 8, marketing and branding. And finally, number 9, counseling and conflict resolution. Whether you prefer learning remotely or at your own pace, we've got you covered with flexible and engaging learning experiences. Visit elearn.jomorc.com today and start building the future you deserve.
All right, welcome back from that quick commercial break. Now, let us look at a strategic plan for growth. How to develop a strategic plan for your growth. Number 1, and the first thing you need to do, remember you have been operating this business for 3 to 5 years now. You now need to conduct what we call market analysis. You have been serving your customers. Now you have had some experiences. You've had some interactions. You have some pitfalls. You have some successes. You've experienced a lot. So at this point, you have a lot of experience and a lot of data to be able to do a proper market analysis. And in this market analysis, you'll be looking at the industry trend, the trends within the industry you're operating, your competitors, those who are doing similar things as you are doing. Then the customer needs. Look at what is the needs of the customer. Have the need of the customer evolved? This is very, very critical because as we are going to see when we begin to discuss the aspect of expansion, the aspect of scaling or growing your business, you realize that sometimes growing your business is just going to be centered around upgrading the product offering or adding more product offering. And you cannot do this except you carry out a proper market analysis. Next is business model optimization. Once you carry out your market and your market analysis, you have analyzed the market, you have been there, you look at the indices and the metrics that are right there in front of you. The next thing you need to do is to remodel, is to optimize your business model to fall into your results, the things you have discovered from your analysis. You remodel the business in a manner that the business can now begin to fall into the result, right? If it is about upgrading your product, you understand, you need to now work on your business model. Sometimes you have to even reshape your vision statement. You have to change your mission statement. You have to do some little adjustments in your structure, the structure of the business. So that is the next thing you need to do in order to develop, in order to be able to grow your business. You also want to ensure that your revenue streams are sustainable and scalable. The next is competitive advantage. You need to make a strong case and build a strong force around your competitive advantage. But when we talk about competitive advantage, we're talking about things like your pricing, your customer service, the technology you are using, or your brand reputation. All of these things are things that can serve as your competitive advantage. The next is scalability plan. Come up You need to define and come up with a plan to expand, whether through franchising, through partnership, or through digital transformation. In whichever way, you need to be able to come up with a plan. The next is financial projections and funding strategy. You need to map out, the revenue focus. How much do you need to also expand? How much are you going to get? How much can you generate? How much additional income can you make by carrying out that expansion or carrying out that growth? Where are you going to get the funds to be able to fund that this particular project or adventure, right? And then your funding sources. What are the sources? Whether you're going to be through grant, or it's going to be through loans, or it's going to be through angel investors. However, you want to get the money to be able to fund your growth or your expansion. Now, let's talk about execution and adaptation. Right? Now, execution is where most business struggle, because we have plans, we have a lot of good intention, we have a lot of aspirations, but the problem is execution. So, it's important that you break down everything you need to do into actionable goals. Remove them from grammar. You can have a very beautiful business plan, very beautiful growth plan, but when you come to the reality, you need to get away from all those grammatic expressions and all that, all those 50 pages of business growth plan, 25 pages of business growth plan. You need to break it down into actionable plan. This is critical because every stakeholder in that business needs to understand what specifically you people need to do without having to go through a 20 pages document, without going through a 50 pages document. Everybody need to be able to understand that, okay, in the next phase of growth we are going into, we are taking action A, B, C. And that is very, very critical. Next, assign clear responsibilities to your team members. You need to assign clear responsibility. Everybody need to know what is their responsibility to that strategy. Who is responsible for doing what, and at what time is the task to be done? Who is to be held responsible? Who is to support who? So you see, you need to. So it becomes very, very critical for you to assign these tasks. It's not just enough for you to break it down and make it as clear as possible, but it also need to be, the responsibility need to be assigned, because somebody need to get it done. The next is for you to regularly review what you have done. Regularly review what your people are doing. What your people are doing, is it matching up with the expectation? You understand? So all of these things are things that you need to put into proper perspective. You look at the actions that have been taken. What is the expected outcome? Is the expected outcome being actualized? You spend time. It's okay, we're going to do this over a month. After a month, what have you people really achieved? Your actions, effort versus the output that you have gotten. All of these things are things that you need to measure, and it's very, very important that you do that. Now, scaling a business requires more than just passion, and I've mentioned this in the startup workshop, and I'm mentioning it now. Starting up a business is more difficult than scaling it, but then even at that, the passion have to be there, the motivation has to be there. Understand? And having a well-defined vision that helps you to clearly state out your goals, and understanding the market dynamics by carrying out your market analysis, and executing it efficiently is what can position your business for growth. That brings us to the end of this session. Now, if you have defined your business vision and strategy, feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section. If you have started a business, you are currently running a business, what are your experiences? Share it with us in the comment section. If there are questions also, you can drop it in the comment section. Then don't forget to also subscribe to our YouTube channel, and do well also to invite your friends, colleagues to also participate in this workshop. see you in the next session where we shall be discussing financial readiness and scalability. Thank you.